I'm originally from the Dominican Republic, and ever since a small child, all I wanted to do was take care of the animals. We do have chickens, we have horses. Some of the dogs do like the horses. I would say they want to eat the chickens. And we call it live television for dogs. So often a dog that we find to be anxious, I feel that being in the water or just sometimes being by the water, because it is such a soothing sound, it just relaxes them. They're a different dog when they come back up here. But separation anxiety is a major, major problem. Again, because dogs are not trained to be alone and on their own. And we all work. So many of us work, but we want to have our pets. My staff found was that with the music on, it was on for about 30 minutes prior to the first person coming through the door, they didn't make a sound. And that was a beautiful thing. Because one of the hard things about taking care of groups of dogs is that sometimes you hear a lot of barking and noise. And this really helps us because we actually have a pretty quiet facility compared to many. But this really, I feel, is going to help us a great deal. Keep it relaxed and quiet.
Put the CD in, and we have, whenever my coworker Steve goes into the house, the dogs just go really nuts. And I'd been playing it like a half hour prior to. And he walked in and he stopped dead in his tracks, and I said, "Did you notice that?" And usually when he walks in, the dogs go nuts, and it was just, you could hear a pin drop. And it was really amazing to the both of us because we're just like, wow, you know. And they were awake, they weren't asleep. Philomena has her house dogs, and when one of those dogs usually walks in front of a kennel, they will growl or snarl or something like that, you know. And that was another thing that I noticed, you know, her dogs could walk all the way through where all the kennels were, and there was no peep made. And normally when they walk in front of a kennel, somebody snarls or growls or snaps or something. So it was just a calming effect, and it wasn't just for the dogs. I mean, actually for me, you know, as I'm working through the place, it processed a calmness in me, which I think transferred to the dogs as well.